Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Luke Rise is back. So why are we here?
Soak it in the sun and make a groovy lemon pie. Oompa. Loompa. Doopa.
Well, today you're going to learn how to take the factory BMW Tail of the R NineT Racer, 2017 model. And if you've never done it before, it's not easy. Got a lot to learn. You're going to learn it here at Luke Rise as best as possible. Thanks for watching. Let's get into it.
Yeah. It's showtime.
So what you're going to do now is you're going to look at the underneath the R NineT Racer classic superbike, and do you see that there is what would be called a security bolt here? This is what you're going to undo. Undo the security bolt, and then the rear hump will then come away on the BMW R NineT Racer. That is the rear hump removed. It was a matter of actually getting the rear hump at a little bit of an angle, like this sort of angle, like here, and just pulling and wiggling and pulling and wiggling, and eventually it then just released and it came out of here. Next, you're going to need to remove the main seat. To do that, we seem to have a latch here, which is going to be a part of the process of taking the seat off. So this clip here, and as well the third clip here. I'm going to get that out of the way before we then work on this section of the R NineT classic superbike. What you have on this massive cover here is you have two clips here, but they're fairly flexible, so you can just pull them out like this, and then you've got to work on pulling this unit out. You're going to undo this electrical connector and take it away from its mounting point. You're going to take this pinching point. Okay, fine, when you stop fucking focusing, and just focus on what Luke Rise is doing. Do you see how the connector? And see how it lifts like that? That is how to unclip. Whoa. So that is the electrical connector for the rear light cluster indicators and number plate light disconnected. It took a bit of just working, but eventually it did unclip. Luke Rise's hands are absolutely exhausted from the effort it took just to undo one connector. Next, you're going to need to remove this clip here, because you're not going to be using it again. And this clip is going to get in the way if you leave it on the connector. On this electrical connector here is this lever here that you have to push in this direction and then gently prise off the clip, and it will come away. Just be careful, because it will try to fling out the connector. So now what you're going to work on next is you have a Torx here following towards the rear of the registration plate, and where the factory tail tidy is another Torx here. So again, that Torx, and then following the R NineT around. Same here, Torx here, and Torx here. All four need to be removed. You need to loosen them off and take them out. You can use a tool like this. You can use a ratchet with a extension, just in case you feel you need a bit more room as well, and just in case you don't want the ratchet as it undoes to be whacking anything. But the Torx, you are going to need a Torx T25. So that's Torx 25 for those 4 Torx we need to remove. Okay, this part is not easy to film at any time. What we're going to do is we're going to start removing. You've got to make sure that the Torx is as far into the heads as possible. Do not want to be rounding off the heads. If you don't feel the Torx has got a really good grip, then push the socket in more until you feel you've got a good grip. Right now we do. They're not going to be ultra tight, they're going to be hand tight. And then just start undoing. And if you can, wide strokes as well. Wide actions. This piece here is going to start coming away from your classic R90 Superbike, R90 Racer. And there is our EID as well, using green back there. And the aircon cam. Watching how Luke rides work on a classic Superbike. Pretty cool, eh? Loose and then rest. Easiest thing to do is to rest the unit on the rear tyre, and then we're going to be disconnecting these electrical connections. Oh, thanks for watching everybody at Luke Rides. So that was quite interesting though, wasn't it? That was quite interesting. But there were a lot of parts to it, but it came off fine. And being BMW quality, none of the bolts, none of the fixings cross-threaded.
Cool.
And everything came apart quite nicely. So thank you BMW for building quality motorcycles that you do. And that was pretty good. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah. The way we...
The little rascal has spirit. As water.
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
Are you all ready for Luke Ride's coffee?
Yeah, it's a really good coffee though. It's like coffee so boom bang.
Let's drink the coffee.
Yeah, Luke Ride's gonna drink the coffee. Yeah.
Chai.
Thanks for watching.
Chai.